Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely delighted to see that so many of you can make it here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tram. I am a student at the Saigon Tourist Hospitality College. Today, I'm going to present to you a topic about one of the most popular sweets in the world. In fact, it is so delicious and so loved that the tree this kind of sweet came from is called Terproma cacao, which means food of the gods. Yes, as you can see on the screen, today, from now on, it's going to be all about chocolates. I believe that my presentation will be very useful for those of you who are studying dessert and want to gain more knowledge about this sensational food. And if you take a look at the screen, you will see that there will be three main parts in my presentation. First, I will start off by showing you the origin of chocolate. Secondly, I will show you some information about three main types of chocolate. And last but not least, we will discuss about chocolate as a food of love. And please remember that you do not need to take note because at the end of my presentation, I will give you the handouts. And if you have any question, please just wait until I have finished and ask me, and I will try my best to give you a satisfactory answer. Now let's start, and I have to warn you. Be prepared because from now on it's gonna get sweeter and sweeter. Okay, with the first part, the history of chocolate. But before talking about that, we will take a brief look at the cocoa tree, the tree chocolate is made of. You see, the cocoa tree is said to have originated in the Central America, or to be more specific, the Amazon 4,000 years ago. And at that time, it was still unnoticed by anyone. But how can it become so popular later? To answer that question, we will have to meet the first people who were to make use of the cocoa beans, the Maya. The Maya used the cocoa beans as early as 600 CE, and to them the cocoa beans were considered to be a sacred gift from heaven. And it also played a distinctive role in religion, worship, trading, and healings. As medicine, the cocoa drink was made of ground crushed cocoa beans with native spices in the local area. Therefore, you can imagine that it's a kind of a hot and bitter drink that will help you kill your fevers, coughs, and pregnancy discomfort. You see, the Mayan merchant traveled to the north to trade their cocoa beans, and it is the land of the Aztec. The Aztecs began to use the cocoa bean about 1200 AD. And like the Mayan, they also used them as currency for trading. However, their version of the cocoa drink was a little bit different from the Mayan because they add vanilla and white bee honey into it, so it's more sweet. And after that, in the years of 1528, the cocoa beans was discovered by outsiders. It was a Spanish conquistador, General Cortes, who discovered the beans, and he brought it back to the Spanish court. And the beans were recognized as a treasure among the many stolen from the Aztecs. And at that time, cocoa drink was considered to be a fashionable drink that only the nobility could afford to enjoy. However, with the decline of power of Spain in early 17th century, the knowledge of cacao drinks spread through other European countries like Britain, Belgium, Germany, Austria, and Italy. And you can see on the screen, it is a chocolate house in London, and the idea of mixing chocolate with milk became very popular. And in the next 18th and 19th century, chocolate and cocoa bean became within the reach of the wider population, and many manufacturers around the world started in their business, including Cadbury, Nestle, Hershey, all of which are the world leaders in chocolate production today. And that is the end of the first part. We will move on to the second part with some different types of chocolate. First one, the dark chocolate. You see, the dark chocolate contains the highest amount of cocoa solid, even up to 70%. Therefore, it is considered to be the most aromatic chocolate of all. And this depends on the sugar and the cocoa solid put in. Dark chocolate can be categorized into sweet, semi-sweet, bittersweet, or unsweetened chocolate, and it's make a fine ingredient for dessert. To digress a bit, I have to say that dark chocolate cake is my most favorite dessert of all because of the softness of the texture, the moisture of the cake when you put it in your mouth, the bittersweet taste that just seems to last forever. And I have to say that I'm totally in love with it. However, I have to say goodbye with it now because we will move on to the second type, the milk chocolate. The milk chocolate contains about 10 or 20% of cocoa solids and more than 12% of milk solids. It is yet seldom used for baking except for cookies, and is preferred by people of all ages because of its sweetness. And last but not least, we have the white chocolate. The white chocolate is prepared in a very different way from the dark and the milk one because only the cocoa butter here are used, and the most expensive part that come extracted from the cocoa beans after roasting are used and mixed with other fine ingredients like milk, vanilla, and sugar. And with just 3 main types of chocolate, I have to say that it is really amazing for the chocolate makers to be able to produce various types of chocolate with an abundance of color, taste, and shapes. And it is all about creativity and talent, and that is truly an art, don't you think? And now we'll come to the last part. I will talk about chocolate as a symbol of love. Have you ever wondering why people usually associate chocolate with love? To answer that, we have to look at the past. In the time of the Aztec King Montezuma believed that chocolate was a kind of aphrodisiac, and he usually drank it before going to meet with his concubines, and therefore it increased the chocolate popularity and its association with romance and love. And actually, he was ahead of his time because modern-day scientists have linked the chemical phenylethylamine in chocolate with the feelings of attraction, excitement, and also pleasure. When the chocolate was become very popular in Europe, it was almost an obsession. At one point in time, the nuns are forbidden from eating it, and French doctors also use chocolate to cure broken heart. And actually, the turning point is where it happens in the country of Mix, England, because in 861, Richard Cadbury of the Cadbury brothers created the first ever heart-shaped box full of chocolate for Valentine's Day. And until this day, chocolate is still considered to be a symbol of love, and in giving someone a box full of chocolate, one is showing his emotion, feelings, and even passion for that special person. And also he's waiting for a reply, may it be bitter or sweet. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you have been able to gain useful knowledge about chocolate, and you can love it more than before. You see, I think that living every day is like when you taste a new piece of chocolate. It may have an unexpected surprise await you. However, no matter how bitter it may be, I wish that you will always find the sweetness inside of it, and may it last for the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good luck.